What's up, Everyday Blades? Man, we got a knife here that I have been eyeballing for a long time because they talked about these for a year or more before they came out. Really glad to finally get my hands on one. I was able to locate this in the secondary. Just got it in yesterday. Just know it's got a little nick right there, but I bought it used. This knife. So first of all, this is the American Service Knife, the ASK, from Medford. This is its own company, its own entity. You have to go to their website, the ASK website, to purchase these. These are modular knives. You can buy the stuff and make them wider, change the tools out. They have several different versions available. It's an old school nail nick knife. Let me get a little bit of Earl on it. So they're modular. You can change the handle scales out. You can change the knife blade out. You can change the tools out. So you got an S45VN hollow ground blade. Comes very sharp. You have a bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, a chisel. Mine has got a nice blade on it. This is supposed to be, I think, a rangefinder or a nut driver. I don't know which one. I think it is actually a nut driver, but I think you can also use it as a rangefinder. The tools are also S45VN. They open and close very easily. The actions are very good. This one's fairly new, so it's going to get even better than that. You know, remember the old knives we had like this? You couldn't open them up and clean them and change tools out. I mean, what you had was what you had. I mean, it like the old Swiss Army knives. Yeah, so this is like a Swiss Army knife on steroids. And I knew that if Medford did it, they would go out. They would, take it way up and do really well. And they did. And I'm proud of it. All the blades and tools are 1/8 inch. You can even buy more springs and, like I said, make this double wide and put more tools in it. But I like this. This feels really good in hand. It cuts really well. This is not a full review because I've just had it for a day. But I carried it today and used it. And I used the scraper a little bit. And I cut a couple of boxes with the blade. It did well. I mean, for what it is, it's a multi-tool knife. And it did really well for that. And I think it's going to do really well over the long term. This knife is $240. It's hard for me to speak value, whether it's worth that or not. I'm not sure because this is not the type of knife I would typically buy. I bought this because it was made by Medford. That's hands down. That's because I wanted to see what they did with it, and I wanted to review it. If this is a type of knife that you use or that you're wanting to use, and you're going to use this for a long time, I don't think $240 is too much to ask. I believe it's probably the right price because, remember, this is all made in the USA. Sourced and made in the USA. That phrase is not cheap. Where they have the paintings on here, it's kind of raised, and then it's like, it's got grip on it in that area. It's really cool. It's not just some cheap paint thrown on there. And it's got in there "Made in America" right on top. Both sides. I don't know how good you can see that where that's painted, where it's kind of rough. It's not rough, but it's not smooth like the rest of the knife. You can feel the difference. I really appreciate that. That's really nice. You feel like you got a quality tool in your hand when you're holding this. And another thing I liked about it was the lock. Man, when that thing is open, it takes some effort to push that thing forward. But it doesn't take a lot of effort to open it. So when you're using this thing, I think you could be confident that it wouldn't close on you. As long as you weren't like stabbing that away. It's got a very nice finish on the blade. I really like Medford's finishes. They do a great job with that. It's like almost a polished blade on there. It's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but I'll take a fingerprint magnet every day of the week. It's got large Torx hardware, like T20 it looks like, to open it up. Comes apart really easily, clean it, put it back together. I believe it's phosphorus bronze washers it's running on. They did a good job. 2 thumbs up for me. Might be a little pricey for some, but it's Medford. You get Medford quality and made in the USA and all that good stuff. So there's plenty of aftermarket knives if you want to go for that. But I'm a quality guy. I like quality. So guys, thanks for watching. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you. Good night.